Great. So then I have to start by introducing myself because this is a different video. My name is Dr. Joshua Aura. I teach at RCM Online College, the biggest college offering CPA, offering ATD, offering CIFA, offering CS in East Africa. I mean, we are unrivaled. And today I would want us to look at April 2023, then question number 1A. Question number 1A, where they wanted us to highlight 3 benefits that may be derived from independently audited financial statements. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that an auditor is an independent contractor. He is not attached at the hips with the directors of these companies. Remember, the auditor is supposed to be the eye of the people that sent him to audit this company. And normally, through an annual general meeting, this auditor is supposed to go and oversee, not even overseeing, just get, in this case here, audit evidence against which he can use, in this case here, to give an opinion as to whether these directors that were appointed by these shareholders of this particular company, I mean, what kind of financial reports have they prepared? Are those financial reports portraying a true and a fair view of the operations of this company? So an auditor has been sent by directors to come and look at what is happening around this organization, and at the end of the day, return back to the people who sent me to give them an opinion. So remember, when I come to this organization and then I get directors have eaten something, 2 ways. I can decide to go to bed with them, right, and get a share of the loot. If I decide to go to bed with them, perhaps I realize that there was a loophole that these guys here exploited, and they have stolen, say, for example, 100, and then they tell me, Mr. Auditor, what do you want? I tell them I want 20 million. 20 million, they give it to me, right? Don't say anything. Or rather, when you go back to the people sent you to come and inspect us, to come and audit us, go and tell us that we are the best directors. Go and give them an audit opinion which says that we are good, that the company is good. So if I eat that money with them, then I will be called a bloodhound. A bloodhound, the hound from the word H-O-U-N-D. These are bloodsucker. Remember, as an auditor, ladies and gentlemen, I can be either of these 2 dogs. I can either be a watchdog or a bloodhound. If, for example, for those of you who understand the dog histories, the types of dogs, we have that dog, if you are to go with it, to hunt with it, when it sees a rabbit, it runs after the rabbit, kills this rabbit, and then, of course, it doesn't bite anything there. It doesn't eat anything there because a watchdog does not eat raw meat. So it will come and pull you by the tail, and then it will tell you, hey, you know what? That is a rabbit that you sent me to catch. I've caught it. So go and make a nice meal and ensure that you give me part of that nice meal, or some little bit of it. That will be very nice. So this is a watchdog. It has been sent, and it is able to take care of the sender's interests. It's watching over. And then now we have this bloodhound kind of a dog. So when this dog, in this case here, comes and hits the rabbit, it eats the whole of it. Even the skin, it eats everything. And then it'll come back to the hunter, the sender that is, with the blood on its mouth here, saying, you know what? This thing was sweet. So what I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I know you guys are going to succeed outside here. You're going to become serious auditors. If you go and get, for example, guys who have looted 3 billion Kenya shillings, what type of a dog do you think will you be? Will you be a bloodhound? You can just mention their blood, or a watchdog. You can just mention there a watch. So you're choosing between a blood or a watch. Tell me, somebody, you've gotten directors who have stolen 3 billion Kenya shillings, and there they are offering you a whole $1 billion. Will you suck that blood, or will you say, no, I'm watching over somebody's interest here, somebody who sent me? What will you do? Please be very honest with me this afternoon. I like students who are very honest. Please be very honest. Please be very honest. They're not talking to me because I'm so sure there is something that they would want to hide. There is something they would want to hide. There is somebody who told me that human beings, especially in this case, ladies and gentlemen, Africans, it's only that we have never gotten an opportunity to steal. An opportunity arises like this, then we steal everything. We steal everything, including in this case here, everything. So that even when this company is going down, we are still uprooting the rails, assuming it was a railway company. Now, ladies and gentlemen, an auditor is supposed to be independent. And then independent means the acronym of SAFIS, if you remember. We can only say that you are independent if that acronym of SAFIS, where S stands for self-interest, you don't have an interest in this company. SAFIS, where A in this case here stands for advocacy, you've never come saying that these directors are good in any court of law, so you've never acted like the advocate. We have F for familiarity, that you have not overstayed in this company. Because the moment you overstay in a company, then you become so familiar with the directors, so you can't be independent of them. On the surface, we have intimidation that there is not a single day that any director has ever come and put a gun on your head. With that kind of undue pressure, then you will not be, if you accept to go on with the audit, it means you'll be together with them. Under this concept of surface, ladies and gentlemen, we have the last S. Remember, the last S, ladies and gentlemen, is self-review. The moment you keep on getting very many audit, or rather non-audited engagements from this client, you are doing tax for him, at one point you'll be forced to review your own work. And if you start reviewing your own work, then automatically you are not independent. So you must ensure that those things are, or rather you are independent from the directors. Then what are the benefits of having an independent auditor? When this auditing has been done by an independent auditor who is able to meet that acronym of SAFIS, then ladies and gentlemen, whatever opinion you give on those financial statements will be so much trusted. For example, when you want to ask for a loan, they would want, in this case here, to see audited financial statements. And then look at the auditor. Is this auditor really independent? If the auditor is independent, these guys will be able to trust those financial statements, and then they'll be able to do what here? They will be able to advance a loan to you. The other advantage, as I go back to reading, ladies and gentlemen, remember, when an auditor is independent, he becomes brutally honest. He'll be able, through the management letter, to define all the internal control weaknesses. He'll be able to advise these people and tell them that, you know what, as I was doing my audit through sampling, of course, I was able to come across this, and I think these are some of the things that you guys are not doing correctly. That is why you are financially challenged. Like Kenya Airways is always, you know, Kenya Airways is supposed to be the pride of Africa. It's supposed to be up there. Hata kuna msemo nasema paa mawinguni. But financially, they're always making losses, and their losses seem to be worsening and worsening. So it means that even the auditors who are auditing it, as much as I don't want to comment about them, there must be a problem, because some of these things here, they should have highlighted them long time ago. And of course, in this case, even told the public what is happening exactly. If it is aircrafts that have been leased from individuals that are very, very expensive, why can't we look for options, etc.? So then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall read this thing very fast. So we are told here that there are several benefits that can be derived from independently audited financial statements, enhancing credibility and trust. Independent audits provide an objective assessment of a company's financial statements, which helps enhance the credibility and trustworthiness of the information presented. The audit involves through thorough examination and the verification of financial records, ensuring that they accurately represent the company's financial position, performance, and cash flows. This independent validation helps build confidence among investors, stakeholders, lenders, and the general public. Ladies and gentlemen, if in this case the auditor is very independent, he'll be able to identify errors. Remember, like now, this attribute of non-independence called familiarity. When we get used to each other, then I'll not be independent, and then I will not be able to detect any fraud. But if I'm independent, then I'll be able to identify these errors and frauds. Independent audits play a crucial role in detecting errors, irregularities, or fraud activities within an organization's financial records. Auditors employ various techniques and procedures to scrutinize financial transactions, internal controls, and accounting practices. Their expertise allows them to identify material misstatements, potential fraud indicators, potential fraud indicators, or weaknesses in internal control systems. By uncovering such issues, audits help prevent or detect financial misconduct, promoting transparency and integrity in financial reporting. So the moment you're independent, then you will be able to do what here, you will be able to identify those errors. Number 3, lastly, improving decision making. Independently audited financial statements provide valuable information for decision makers. Investors, lenders, and other stakeholders rely on audited financial statements to assess the financial health, performance, and stability of a company. These statements enable stakeholders to make informed decisions regarding investments, creditworthiness, partnerships, acquisitions, and other critical business actions. Audited financial statements also assist regulators, government bodies, and tax authorities in ensuring compliance with the legal and regulatory requirements, enabling them to make well-informed decisions based on reliable financial data. And remember, this financial data can only be called reliable if the auditors auditing are independent. Overall, independently audited financial statements instill confidence, detect errors or fraud, and provide reliable information for decision making, contributing to the overall transparency, accountability, and trustworthiness of financial statements. Trustworthiness of financial statements audited by an independent contractor. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this particular presentation. And again, I would want to take this opportunity to really request that when you get these videos on YouTube, ensure that you do what here, you subscribe, and then you are able to send them out there. So it's my belief that you have gotten value out of these short presentations. I'll be doing these kind of presentations often, and I'll be sharing my link. I'll be sharing my link straight away on the paid groups. So please ensure that now you start paying to RCM Online College. Don't forget our pay bill number is 6242-839. Account number, the papers you are doing, the papers like AA, FR, etc. I'm repeating again, the pay bill is 6242-839. So thank you so much. Have you gotten some value? Have you gotten some value, however small? It's good to get feedback. I spoke very fast, but I want to believe in terms of theory, I'm a very good teacher. I speak like that, but people are able to at least get, but it's good to get this thing from you guys. Have you gotten some value? As I wait for you guys to give us feedback, remember our phone number is 0793 555 000, 793 793 555 000. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Great use of lunch break. I'll be giving you those kind of sessions often. And my sessions are very practical because I run an audit firm. I run an audit firm called Aura and Company. www.aura-cpa.com. Otherwise, thank you very much. I look forward again meeting you tomorrow, same time, same subject, same place, virtual, online classes, work magic. Bye.